Here in Coda Territory, a lot of people honor veterans in a variety of ways. Things like memorials hung up on streetlights throughout Rapid City.
However, Vietnam War veterans are being celebrated today because it's officially National Vietnam War Veterans Day. We spoke with a local Rapid City veteran to get his feelings on the matter.
It's funny how it works. I came back from Vietnam, and of course, nobody wanted to know that I was a Vietnam veteran. I got ostracized. You could not wear a Vietnam veteran hat back then. So I just got to a point real quick. I never told a soul because it was too real. It was a war going on, We just buried it. Slowly, people started to soften a little bit. The next phase was, I am so sorry about the way I treated you. That's tough. You had your chance back then to go ahead and say, welcome home type thing. Us veterans who have been damaged by war are in our third life. My first life was a young, innocent Dave Gates, it was in the bowling league and chasing girls and drinking beer and just having a high old time, innocent before I left. The second life is when I went to war. Third life is when I came home to a country who was still in their first life and I'm in my third. Come back with, not everybody did. Not everybody came back with problems. I totally buried it. It was a job to deal with all these dead guys until my friend died. And all of a sudden, it became real. It came back in 2018. I'm like somebody who just came home from war. All the sights, the sounds, smells, everything. They call it the 2-day rocking chair syndrome. Vietnam vets are retiring now. They all buried it. We all buried it. You're sitting around watching the TV in your rocking chair. And they figure it takes 2 days before your PTSD comes back. They've got to keep running to stay ahead of their PTSD. And one thing that people need to understand, suicide rate is 22 a day, probably more than that right now because of Afghanistan. They're going through the same thing. Vietnam veterans, we came back and we were the first veterans who were not acknowledged and thanked home. Now, all these guys, we got a whole new generation of Vietnam veterans that came back from Afghanistan and are wondering, what did I go for? Why did I even go over there? Why did I lose my friends? Why did I have to be the one to kill somebody and you turn around? I get scarred for life because of this. And you turn around and you just bail. Like this was all for nothing for me. These guys. That's what I want to be here for.